Alright guys, what is going on? This is day 2 on YouTube. Should be pretty exciting. I figured out how some of the YouTube stuff works. So, I can actually see what's going on, which is nice. Hopefully, everyone had a good Monday. Start to the week is always, I don't know, kind of a rough one sometimes. Oh, alrighty. I wonder how far behind all the stream stuff is. Much further behind on this little live thing I got going on here. Alright. That's okay. Pause. And let's get into some Battlegrounds. This is what we are all here for. This is what I am here for. That and you guys. But also, I really like playing Hearthstone, and I only do it when I stream. So, nice thing. We left off at 57:45 on Saturday. So, let's get into some matches. Collect that. Oh, look at that. It's holding a moth. That's cute. Okay. Let's get into it. Maybe we'll try and push a type or something today. I don't know. Only time will tell what we get into on this one. We got Demons, Dragons, Murlocs, Naga, and Quillbore. Obviously, instinctually, we should go Quillbore because they're just too good. I don't know. Demons, Dragons, Murlocs, Naga, and Quillbore. Now I'm gonna play Nabundo. Marin the Manager, another trinket. You know what? Why not? Let's just go full trinkets. We have 2 anyway. Might as well go for the 3rd. I didn't realize both those trinkets are on... Oh, okay, they are on offset turns. 4 turns, 5 turns. What are we feeling? It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard. Sunbake and Relaxer it is. Leave it up to chance. Quillbore is kind of like, I don't know, one of the go-to metas right now. I'm good with going with dragons, even though they're kind of, I don't know. I feel like dragons have a lot of potential right now. I don't want to play demons. Honestly, this would be kind of the perfect matchup to go like a Venomous Murloc comp. Maybe we try that out. I haven't done Murlocs at all. It's probably because they're not great. But this is kind of the match to go Murlocs. We're going against Kerrigan, Quillbore. She's gonna have 2 minions. Honestly, she's probably gonna go with Wind Fury, gain attack, and because of that, we're gonna lose this round anyway. I'm gonna get rid of that and buy the spell. That way she doesn't get any attacks. That might not be what she goes for. But because she's got 2 minions and I went tier 2 if she's paying attention, she probably will. You can turn this around. There it is. Whenever this attacks, and he doesn't get anything. And because it had 3/3, we were going to lose that first attack anyway. So let's go with the Botanist and Cry Foul, see if we can steal it. We do steal the Hydralisk. Your tavern spells that grant stats give an extra 1 health. So right off the bat, we're gonna buff up that Hydralisk. That worked out really, really well. We got the Hydralisk. We have an 8/5 version of the Hydralisk. She didn't buff hers up at all, so I would say that's well played. This Vol'jin, he's gonna do the attack swap, so this might die on the first attack, but all his minions probably gonna have like 5 attack. Well, we won the round. That was a little unfortunate.
You're good at this.
Let's go. We'll gain the stats. I'm gonna grab the crater miner first. I kind of want to see if I can get the coin. I guess that works. Let's do careful investment. Another botanist. Let's do another health. And I'm gonna grab the other coin. 4 extra gold next turn. Eudora has 1 dig left. She's tier 3. I mean, she probably doesn't have much going on her field. Is she gonna get tier 4 right now? What turn are we on? I think she's a turn behind on her ability. That's why. Tavern offers a higher minion. Discover a tavern spell every turn. Playing copy of a random minion. Offers an extra tavern spell after each refresh. The first one you buy each turn costs 1 less. Let's go with the Book of Medivh. Honestly, playing copy of a minion. We could also end up with one of the botanists and a triple on the... Botanist would be pretty cool to get more copies of and just keep buffing tavern spells. Yeah, let's go with the Reflective Pendant. Go with copies. Put that down. Go up a tier. And let's just buff everything. We had 2 8/7s against the Toki. At least gives us a little bit of a field, and then we can triple that next turn. Honestly, didn't think we were going to lose that one. 2 tier 4s. She just bought whatever she could. Get a random tavern spell. That's a lot. After you cast 6 spells, get a random tavern spell. I think I'm going to go with the discover a tier 6 minion every other turn. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, dragons. Dragons would be pretty cool. Or we can go with the ornate cloak and hope for the candle, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. It costs nothing this turn. Let's go with... Hydralisk. Sure, 2 Hydralisks. Let's go with 2 attack. Get a tier 4. Poet. The Poet's actually not a bad pick now. Let's go with that. Time management. Alright, we'll go with that as the dragon. I'm gonna go with that for this turn just to get those buffs on them right now. Whew, that's fancy. I don't know why it looked like it went off like 3 times. Ooh, Toki's going for the turn 7 greater trinket as well. Alright, I'm good for the value. Let's see if we can get the triple on the Hydralisk. It'd be amazing. Double the stats that we gain from everything.
Nice workout.
And we get the Hydralisk triple. Discover a tier 5 minion with a type at the start of each turn, get another copy. Or the tier 6. I think the repeat 5 stars probably the best option here. Ooh, Fellfire, Conjurer, end of the turn. We'll keep buffing up our tavern spells. Gold Hydralisk out. We can get... Oh. We could actually, with the Reflective Pendant, get extra copies of the Conjurer. That on the field to start buffing up our tavern spells as well. Ran an extra 1/1. Let's do... Let's go up a tier. I'm gonna grab the trousers. That's a 4/4. Put that on one of the conjurers. We're gonna end up with 2 conjurers, at least. This button's got Quillbore. We need to hit tier 5. Honestly, if we're fortunate enough to get 2 Fellfires on the next turn and we get the triple, we could just get a Drakari when we drop the gold copy, which would be pretty freaking insane. It's so many stats. 8 attack every time it attacks right now. And we're gonna get at least 1 more attack. No, he doesn't even have a Murloc in his hand to summon. Okay. What are we getting? What are we getting? Hopefully not any more Hydralisks, because I'll probably just sell them off, honestly, but not a big deal either way. We got another we just got the regular copy. I was gonna say, damn, we got another copy. We're just gonna buff stats. Another copy of the meditative, though. It's a lot of attack. Let's get rid of the botanist, get the second one out, and I think we just go up a tier, right? Give a minion 18, 15, or give your minions 8, 5. That's so much. All minions 8, 5. I almost kind of want that for next turn. Pretty massive increase to our field if we grab that. I'm just gonna go with a refresh. Bran Bronzebeard. I do want the Bran. We'll get the bonuses from all these for next turn. It's gonna be our spells are gonna be crazy, but we'll grab that Bran next turn. Where's Blood Gems at? Are they just 1/1s for him? He's trying to push Blood Gems a little late in the game, I think. Ooh, looks like he has 3 little Quillbore, though, as his portable factory. Alright, we got a triple. Let's go with the attack.
You're moving up in the world.
2 6 stars in 1 turn. We're getting so much value right now. Alright. Extra attack. At the end of your turn, cast Natural Blessing on the minion to the left of this. It's going to buff all our dragons. Fireforged Evoker. Amazing. That's going to give us the combat increase. I'm going to get rid of both of those. I'm just going to keep the Hydralisk for now. And honestly, double end of turn effects is double increase on the poet. Guzzle. At the end of your turn, give your dragons plus 16 plus 5. Alright. Yeah, have to grab that, right? And plus 13 plus 6. Yeah, we'll grab that as well.
Tactical choice.
And I'm gonna grab that next turn. A lot of value. The spirited Whimsy Drake is literally 3 dragons, so. I think the whole ramping thing is gonna be insane from here on out. Fel Conjure, 2/2. All we need is double end of turn effects. And there's a good chance that we get more copies of Fel Conjure. As soon as I can get rid of the Hydralisk so that we don't duplicate that, probably the better. But that actually buffed the dragons in the tavern too. Look at the stats. That's nuts. This actually worked out so well. You need another copy of the Conjurer now from a portable factory.
You're good at this.
Another persistent poet. Let's go with the Roach. Let's see what we get. Greenskeeper. That's solid. Minion 1710. If it's a Naga, give it another 1710. There it is, Drakari Enchanter. I'm gonna get rid of the Roach. Let's do. Honestly, this is insane. I'm gonna do another copy of the Conjurer, get rid of the Whimsy Drake, and do the Poet there. Shouldn't have done Poet. That was my bad. I need the Drakari on the field. So I don't know why I went with the Poet. Let's grab that.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
That's Tavern Spells on a Battle Cry. I'm gonna freeze the Poet there. Double end of round effects. Do one of those numbers because we're gonna want at least 2 of those on the field, and I'm gonna buff up our persistent Poet, just because it's hanging out in the center and is the only one with Divine Shield right now.
You're doing great out there.
That 190, 110, 2215 from Natural Blessing twice every turn now. And he's out. We are not only, I wasn't even looking at our health, 29 health, but we are at least in the top 6 now. Top 5. And we're in first.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Alright, we did get the Poet, so that's the triple on the Poet. That's going to give double stats to everything now. 242, 143 on that persistent Poet already. Almost don't need Brand now. Just need a way to generate Tavern Spells, so I'm going to go up to tier 6. And we're going to get rid of Bran and Murky. Let's do a couple Refreshes just... Nope, no dice. Alright, we'll get the triple on that next turn. $22.15. That is going to be 2-2 to our spells. 2-2 again. 4-4. So we get 8-8 to our tavern spells, and then we play 2 copies of Natural Blessing at 30-23 on our dragons. And then Fireforged Evoker after you cast 2 tavern spells. And this casts 2 tavern spells, right? So that should go up to 4-4 on all our dragons, and that's permanent for both of those. Which will actually be 8-8 because we get double enchantments from combat. I think the growth of this field is going to be disgusting, especially with the Fauna Whisperer.
You got this. You're way ahead.
30-23 twice. In one turn, we got this to a 118 something. Yeah, we need that, the Ignition Specialist. Honestly, just another Fauna Whisperer would be fine too, I think. Oh, it does not count for the Fireforged Evoker.
Keep up the pressure.
And we got 2 copies. Alright, so Fireforged Evoker could actually, we could just get rid of that. Time management, 30-23 twice, plus that goes up. Another Fauna Whisperer. What we can do is we could take Corrupted Myrmidon with the Fauna Whisperer, and we could use that to buff. It's an option. Let's give Taunt over here on him. I think we get rid of the Fireforged Evoker now. Eh. How about that? I could have done an extra 1-1 on the Tavern spells again.
Got this. You're way ahead.
I don't know. We'll see. If we get another copy of, if we get another gold copy of the Conjurer, I'll definitely throw that on the field. Right now, though, our dragons are pretty massive. She tried to switch to Quilboar late game. Bad choice there. We have taken 2 people. 32. Alright, 1v1. We're going against Dragons in the last round. He's on a 4-round win streak as well. I don't know what's happening. A lot of buffs. Hey, another Drakari Enchanter. Alright, let's grab the Ignition Specialist. It is a lot of Tavern spells. And we did get another triple on the Conjurer. I'm gonna get rid of the Fireforged. Let's throw the Conjurer down. Maybe we get another copy of the Fauna Whisperer. Alright, no dice. Another Ignition Specialist. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Let's just slap a shiny ring down. 52-45. So that's going to be 2 increase to our Tavern spells twice. again and again. 2 extra copies. Let's do this instead. That way we get 2 sets off before before these get placed. That'll do those 2, then that one, then that one, and then that one. It goes in order. So technically we kind of shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit there.
Let's see if you can stay on
46-39 and then 50-43. There's over 200 stats both times. Yeah, it's not even gonna matter. We absolutely took this guy out. Look at that. Over 700 with basically just Fellfire Conjurers. We didn't have the triple Drakari, but that was crazy. Fauna Whisper, Fellfire Conjurer comp. I'm definitely good with that. Alright, first game of the day. 100 points. We are almost to that 6K lock-in. That is a comp that we did a little bit, but not like that. Seven copies of tier 6 minions. So we will be streaming every day of the week, pretty much. I was on Twitch. The goal is to just be on YouTube now. So if you guys are just checking this out now for the first time, stop it in. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications so you know when we go live every day. The times do vary a little bit. Real life is kind of lame. So do have work and whatnot. But tomorrow, our Tuesdays are our late start day. It is 5 p.m. now for me. I start between 5:30 and 6. So just give you guys a time frame. If you're watching this now, it's 5:30 Eastern Standard. All right, demons, elementals, mechs, naga, and quillbore. How about a Snake Eyes game? I like the idea of doing Lich King, but I also kind of want to do something a little different. So what about using Snake Eyes to push ahead a little bit? Ron Swanson. First turn is against Marin the Manager.
Hey, my favorite commander is back. Ready to get
All
started?
right, let's get a 5. A 4. Alright, let's get a refresh in, see what we get. Oh.
Don't tell the others.
I'm gonna grab that Naga and see what we can do with it. The Thaumaturgist.
Tough battle. Pick your
Or we go with the Soul Rewinder and we just try and push for demons. Phelan. They went tier 2, so they have 1 tier 2 minion. I'm gonna go with the Soul Rewinder. Let's try some demons. Patient Scout. I'm gonna grab Patient Scout next turn. We do Patient Scout. You know, we could do.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
Do a couple different things here. I'm gonna grab the 2 taunts from that, and then get the patient scout.
But it'll fight hard. You're down a minion and up a goal.
I think I'm gonna grab the impulsive. Grab impulsive trickster next turn and hit it with the shield. I don't know. I'll just let it reset. We'll see what we get. I don't think we're gonna win this round, but that's fine. 4 damage.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
Let's do another soul rewinder. And we'll grab the crater miner for the spell. Banana. Got demons. Maybe summon a mech, give it 3 attack. I mean, she's doing well. We get our lucky roll next turn. We get a trinket in 2 turns. Should be pretty good.
Have a good battle, friend.
Barely. 1 H for 1 attack off. Rough. We had that 1 attack. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Pretty good on gold. Alright, let's see. 5. 11 gold. Let's go. Tier 3, Tier 4. I'm going to sell the Crater Miner, grab the Careful Investment. And we're just going to work off of ramping up faster than everybody but Phelan. And rightfully so. Phelan needs Tier 4 quickly for herself. Himself, herself. I don't know. For Phelan. Ron Swanson. We're gonna lose because we're going against Ron Swanson. I mean, I actually think that might be a rule too. If somebody is Ron Swanson, you just lose to them.
Have a good battle, friend.
Zephyrus, but spelled different. Good times, good times.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Do I think we can turn this around long enough to even use Souvenir Stand? We are going against Buttons. They lost a couple rounds. We have a little extra gold. Or we get our Greater Trinket next turn, which is probably a better idea. And we have some gold to work with here. Oh, I could fill the field up and just get those Nog out now. False Implicator. Meh. Probably not a bad idea. Just to get the demon. Mind Muck.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Tavern spells, tavern spells.
That one might make all the difference.
I don't even know what I'm going for a demon right now. I'll freeze one of those. Those two together would be good if one of them doesn't get absorbed. Hopefully one of these three gets absorbed.
You are not out of
Okay.
this yet.
It'll give us a refresh on the tavern anyway. Still gonna take damage cap, right? 9. Just under. We are real close to dying. We're gonna turn around that last match with another loss. Minions in the tavern have 1/1. Upgrades every 4 times your hero takes damage outside of combat. Your first 2 refreshes each contain only tier 6 cards. I think we're gonna go with that. We need tier 6s. We need to not lose. Alright, Electron powered up. Nightmare Party Guest. Patient Scout. I'm gonna sell that. We're gonna get a tier 5. Let's do the Shadow Dancer.
All will dance to my song.
Let's do the Electron and the Party Guest.
That's quite the army you're building, friend.
Sell off the Mind Muck, and we're gonna get that. I'll put Taunt over on him. Not sure how well we're gonna do against this, but you know what? Let's do one more refresh. See what we get.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
That's a big minion to deal with. That looks like it's gonna be it for us. We were not able to pick it up fast enough. Alright. That was a quick loss. It happens. Sometimes you just don't ramp up. That is the downside to playing something like Snake Eyes, is you have far less time to ramp up. Obviously, Snake Eyes only has 5 armor, so. I tend to shy away from the low armor characters for that reason. It's you have way less room for error early game because if you don't ramp up fast enough, but you can definitely throw your lead with Snake Eyes. I just proved that. Eudora, however, is amazing. Beasts, demons, murlocs, pirates, undeads. I would love to get the beast pirate comp going instead of the beast undead. I just really want to see if beast pirate works. I feel like there's such high potential for it. Let's see, we have to get, so we're gonna push tier 3. We're just gonna throw those couple matches probably, first couple rounds. Get to tier 3. Same turn we get to tier 3, we will get our ability. Maybe we'll get some wins on the way. No chance. I don't want that tavern spell. I do want that one. Freeze that. Let's get buried treasure. Next turn we'll do Celsi Busker. I'll freeze again. And we'll do buried treasure. Turn after that we can grab the... Right, turn after that. We'll have 6 gold. This will cost 3. I'll be able to do the 3 gold, grab the spell, and do buried treasure again. Honestly, we took less damage because we didn't summon something.
The battle is really raging out there.
So, Busker. Buried treasure. Freeze. Again, that's going to be 6 gold. That'll be 3, and that'll be 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the following turn, we'll go up a tier again. We'll have a couple things to use to do so. We'll be freaking rocking and rolling. That will give us, hopefully, well, I'm really hoping for a decent tier 4. We want the Doubloon Grifter. That is the target. Doubloon Grifter for Pirate Beetles. Otherwise, we might be going for whatever the game tells us we're going for. Whew.
Welcome back. How's it going out there? Great. Let's get some better minions.
Kind of
in here.
want probably the beetle. Yeah, there we go. Ask and you shall receive. If you don't ask, you will probably still get it because that's how the game works. That's fine. How you guys doing? Again, hopefully everyone is having a good Monday so far. And if not, hopefully I am making your Monday. Yikes. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to take a good bit of damage here. Oh, yeah. 5 damage. No more armor. It's all health from here. Sorry, this is where the strategy really begins, right? So we're going to go to tier 3. I'm going to sell off the Vermin. Buried treasure. We got a pirate. Whenever this gains attack, gain health, and come on, give us the Doubloon Grifter. No, but the Thieving Rascal will give us extra gold every turn, especially with the Defiant Shipwright. Next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it reset in case we get something worth grabbing. I kind of wanted the spell, but
I can cut you a deal.
we win the round. So all we needed was a big old thick Defiant Shipwright. Honestly, it's pretty strong. 612 to start with.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
All right, 9. I'm gonna do Buried Treasure. I'm gonna grab that Laureate. That's gonna be extra gold because it is a gold minion. 1 refresh. And we'll go with the Overconfident.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Put down. Overconfident. Shiny Ring. Gives extra stats there. And we'll get 2 gold every turn now from Thieving Rascal. Hopefully we get something pirate oriented. Or just gold. Something that makes us gain gold. We got a couple tier 3s and a couple tier 4s between everybody. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. But she has access to tier 4s anyway, so just 2 of us. 2 of us really that are stuck with tier 3s at the moment. So next turn we definitely need tier 4.
I can cut you a deal.
I just realized that I did not have the sound in my headphones. Hopefully, you guys didn't have to listen to that, like, talking. That would have been lame.
Your minions really
Get a Gritty Headhunter that gives Marauder's Contract at the start of each turn. Repeat this. Absolutely. Let's do that. We're going to go tier 4. I'm going to sell off the Busker. Get that Planar Telescope. It's extra gold. And let's get that Gritty Headhunter out. Oh, man. I'm going to leave it. I don't want to get rid of him yet because that is quite a bit of value. One, we get to keep the 5/3, so we'll be 1 turn behind on our buried treasure, but we're doing all right. 2 wins in the last 2 rounds. We're going against Beasts, so who knows? He lost twice and then tied against Toki. No idea what that means for us, but the Gritty Headhunter is, again, if we get the triple, when we get the triple, it's going to be 2 extra Marauders contracts, and that's going to let us ramp up real quick. Plus the extra gold for the Thieving Rascal. It's 3 extra gold, so right off the bat next turn we're going to have 12 gold to work with. So the Bloom Grifter is the hope next turn. We need to rush tier 6 to start getting some Drusts as well. Every Drust is going to be huge buffs to our field.
You'll won't you?
Okay. Well, he's got one of the Grifters. Perfect. 5 damage. Not bad.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
Alright, there we go. 14 gold. Oh, we just get 1 and then repeat for every. Perfect. Another Laureate. We've got to try and get a copy of that.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Free dealing gambler. Ooh, another thieving rascal, which we can definitely get that. I think that's a better. Yeah, it's a lot of gold. So that's going to be an extra 8 gold next turn. Plus we get a tier 5 minion. I'll probably go up a tier. We get 8 extra gold. This is going to cost 8, so we'll go up a tier, get a tier 6 minion. Hopefully we get a Drust.
I think you can win this thing.
Sit over there. Nope. Okay, well, 10 damage. Alright, we're relying on this Gritty Headhunter combo.
That doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
Tier 5, get that on the field. It's a lot of pirates we can steal, though. We got the Dastardly Drust. Let's get him on the field. We're going against the dead guy. He's using beasts. Ooh, Spellbound Seafarer. Could just take it. No.
Go ahead and hop
That
on
works.
these
That's gold value. And a buff to our whole field. get something other than a Lord. Another gold grubber. There's the doubloon grifter. I'm going to
Are in my favor. Better
grab
laundered
that.
than squandered.
We'll get 2/2 on all our minions, and we'll do 1 dig. Next turn, we'll still get that extra 8 gold. But now we have a lot of buffing we can do with the Drust.
Don't tell the others.
For healing gamblers, an extra 3 gold as well.
Won't you?
Hopefully we get a thieving rascal. Plus we get another headhunter, and we get our greater trinket too. If we can get enough circulation, we can get the whole field to like 40-40.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
You only need 2 copies of a pirate to make it golden. Alright. Dastardly Drust. There's the gold copy. That works. That's another pirate.
The odds are in my favor. So many shiny.
And there's the silk, the shimmer moth. So we're gonna get that on the field, and we're just gonna start getting pirates out. Dig, sell that. Got 40 seconds. Party guest. That's another pirate. Ooh, make it tier 4 below golden.
Why is it so dark out there?
Better laundered than squandered.
A good tactical choice. Better hire a recruit while you can.
A melody of love. Cascade away.
I think you can win this thing.
Drakari Enchanter. A lot of buffs to the Shimmer Moth. Our beetles are already 30-30s. Going against the dead guy again? He wasn't defeated. It looks like he just quit. But we are up to 14 gold. We get a tier 6 minion next turn. Hopefully another Shimmer Moth. And we have a lot of extra gold to work with now.
Nice work out there. Keep up the
29 out of 14 gold. Alright, let's go to tier 6.
You're in business.
And let's start to get some extra pirates. We're just going to be grabbing kind of as many pirates as we can, right? Let's get rid of the headhunter. That one out. Play her. Steal one. Just in case that happens.
The odds are in my favor. I'll avenge you, Captain.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Let's do a different pirate than her.
Minions in play.
I started blasting.
Another lovesick balladist. You know what? Let's do the party guest first. Sell that off. Do that over on our... on her. Second one, gold copy. Ton of extra gold. And a tier 6 minion again. And we'll just grab the space fair. Buff up our beetles. So we got 58 beetles with that Shimmer Moth already. 70. We need one more Drust to really get this comp going all the way. One more Drust and one more Moth. Technically 2 more Moths. Yeah, it's quantity of buffs, not quality of buffs. We're in the top 4.
What can I say?
36 gold. We've got a lot of gold to work with.
Hiring that minion will get you
Alright, sell the Balladist. Gritty Headhunter. Steal that. Grab the Gritty Headhunter. What are these people using? Undeads, pirates, and demons. Nobody's even using beasts, so if we can't find another copy of the Shimmer Moth, I'll be quite sad.
exactly what you
Yeah, let's get the tier 6. Another Dastardly Drust. Let me get rid of that Sylvar now. Tier 6, give us... There's the Shimmer Moth. And now we can just get copies of... This is the comp. This is what we were going for. We're just going to get as many copies of pirates as we possibly can now.
army you're building.
So we're going to sell off her. Doesn't matter. Get it. That's 2 extra copies. Lovesick Balladist. We're just going to play these and sell them. The whole thing is that we just keep getting pirates, we keep getting extra copies.
I'll avenge you, Captain.
And we just keep buffing up our whole field.
I like where you're going with this. Better hire a replace while you can.
156 on our beetles. We brought them up almost 80 points that turn. This field's gonna get pretty sizable. All right. But he's gonna be out here. Those are some big old beetles. We got the Drust Shimmer Moth comp going. So it's all about just playing, and we have a ton of gold. We're at 30 gold now to work with.
What can I say?
So it is now just buy and sell as much as we possibly can.
Minion and up a goal.
We're gonna buy every single pirate that we see.
So anyway, I started blasting. So many shots.
Alright, so we have 49 gold that we have to work with here. And we are just buying every single pirate.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
That was another Drust.
That'll do some damage. I didn't like that one either.
I'm grabbing that because I don't want to deal with the other minion. Let's get some pirates. Pirates.
Good tactical choice.
Dead engines do tell. So anyway, I started blasting.
A melody of love.
32 gold left.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard. A good tactical choice. Looks like you can get a triple. Oh, you're moving up in the world. You're down a minion and up a gold.
Whoops. Not what I meant to grab. Let's see, what else we got for pirates here? Pirate. Pirate.
Go ahead and hire
Pirate.
recruits.
That's essentially a pirate. And a pirate. Alright. So our beetles are up to 282. 282. No double death rattles. That's perfect for us. And he also has beetles at 142. We have made the pirate beetle comp actually work. Looks like we are about to get first place. Pirate beetles. Doubloon Grifter. We had 38 base gold. With the Thieving Rascal, we were pushing almost 60 gold every turn with the Shimmer Moths. 2 Shimmer Moths, 2 Druss, and a whole lot of power. There it is. I hope you guys enjoyed that match as much as I did. That was like one of my mental dream comps coming true. It was actually hard to get that, but we were getting at least 100 a turn at the end of that with our... it was just buying and selling pirates. And the nice thing about it is it was powering everything up. We had the trinket to get every 2 pirates was a gold. Every time you make a gold copy, it counts as an extra minion. So that just made it so much faster. Beasts, demons, mechs, murlocs, and undeads. Let's go with Terran Gorefiend, I think. We do have beasts, mechs, and undeads, so we could do the beast mech undead comp as well. Terran Gorefiend gives us a pretty good early game lead on most people, which I have no problem with. Flubber. What was that? Banana Pants.
Hey, my favorite commander's back. Ready to get started?
What ghost? Banana Pants. Alright. We'll go with the Lullabot. It's not amazing, but it gets stronger, which is nice. Maybe this guy didn't play anything super useful.
Have a good battle, friend.
Well, that's a lot of damage we're going to take on the first turn. Ah, okay, 2 damage. That could have been way worse if we'd just attacked the fish. We could have taken 5 on turn 1. That would have been gross.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Let's do this just so that we can start to use our passive.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
I didn't realize we were going against AFK. That was just kind of mean. We just did extra damage. Nothing wrong with that. Ooh, we got a dead guy already. Well, with any luck, they'll throw us against the dead guy. Let's go with them apples. I'm gonna grab that other little lullabot here.
Hush now, time
And let's do the rapid reanimation, and that's fine. If we can get a triple on the lullabot, I would be quite content with that. If this refreshes, we get a lullabot, we could do tier 2 lullabot triple on the cord puller. So my thought is going to be a rapid reanimation mech beast with the catacomb crasher. Probably should start to ramp up our tavern tier right away. I mean, this guy's already 3. Well, we have defeated Flubber. What do we got? What do we got? Give us... Yeah, there it is. Lullabot. Yeah, you know what? We're going against Thorum, and he's dead. So what we can do is we can grab this alley cat and this banana.
I'll make sure these ones stick around for next time.
We could take next turn, 6 cost. This is going to cost 3. We can sell both the alley cat and the tabby cat. And then we can go up to tier 3, slap down the lullabot, and get a tier 4 out of it. With any luck, we can get the mech that will start to magnetize to himself.
You are not out of this.
So with any luck.
Your minions really
All right.
pulled their weight.
So both those, grab that lullabot.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
You know what? Turquoise Skitter also works fine. We can make that our new target for the rapid reanimation, which is actually pretty nice. If we can get a copy of... Yeah, with rapid reanimation, you know, we could do beetles. With rapid reanimation, well, that was kind of the point anyway. But we can start to ramp them up now. With rapid reanimation, if we can get Reborn on the Turquoise Skitterer, it's a lot of buffs every turn. It's a guaranteed 1. The Reborn has 1 HP. It brings back that one as well, so it's 4 copies every turn.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah, the nice part is the cord puller is going to be a big bully. Hope we can take that out. No, we don't. No. There we go. Hey, congratulations, Seza. I saw your achievement.
You're good at this.
Whenever you trigger a death rattle, give your rightmost minion +3/+3 permanently. Yeah, we have to go with the Unholy Sanctum, right? It's kind of like a must do. And we're going to go right to tier 4. One of my friends. Very few, yeah, so, you guys do the same thing. Hop on. Tell your friends. Everyone should know that I'm live right now. Alright, we're going against Cenarius. He is tier 3. I'm sure his gold is pretty high. He's lost his last 2 rounds. I have pretty good faith that we'll take him out. The Wheel of Yogg Saron. 5 gold. That was most of the gold of his turn. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Hopefully this attacks our shield. Easy. Our beetles are already up to 610. And that cord puller is going to start getting bigger with the Unholy Sanctum.
You're good at this.
We're just going to keep the gravy train going there. I will be right back. I'm going to run to the bathroom while we have a solid minute.
All the best minions come here. I've got that spicy pretzel mustard.
I feel like the people in this match are actually ramping up kind of slowly. From what I can tell, anyway.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Yeah, like that's still pretty small. He's dead. Easy. And all the minions are just 5 somethings. Even our beetles are already, what? Yeah, 8 14s? Is that what that is? We lost our first round, and that was it. Put us against Thorm again. No, we're going against AFK for the 3rd time. Why would we get Thorum? That would be way too easy. Alright, we're gonna go right to tier 6.
We're in business.
A lot of people, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3, 4, and then 2 5s, and we are at 6 already. We're at 6. We could take 15 damage for 2 turns and still be fine. We're above that 31 mark by a lot. We have 2 full turns at tier 6. Honestly, we only have two minions on the field, and with 2 minions, this wicked sweet 2 minion comp and Unholy Sanctum, and we've pulled off 6 consecutive rounds of wins. This is where we hit the danger zone, though. But we got beasts and undeads. Probably gonna skip the mechs. It's a little late in the game to try and make the mechs work. She just went up a tavern tier. So half her turn was spent going up a tavern tier. She's got Yogg-tastic as well. 2 people went with Yogg-tastic. I hate that ability. Alright. Keep yourself out. Hopefully to take out there. Oh, alright. So we're gonna take 15? No, 12? 13? 13. Not quite 15, so that's cool.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Discover 2 tavern spells at the start of each turn. Discover 2 more. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Book of Medivh, because there is potential there. We didn't get the potential, but it is there. Let's give Reborn to our Beetle. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna have to keep searching, huh? I wouldn't mind the armor, but it's not gonna happen. Valiant Tiger. Sorry. If we can get Taunt on the Skitterer. Taunt on the Skitterer. Keep going with the Rapid Reanimation on him. With the Unholy Sanctum with a Shimmer Moth over here, if we can get one. I mean, we could still take 15 damage for a turn, and then some other amount. But we're going against Mex. He's lost pretty badly. I don't know if we win this round. Got rid of his Venomous. And we're powering up the Beetles. Alright, we do lose the round. 10 damage. Armor could save us, though.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
Kind of just need to search at this point, right? Catacomb Crasher and a copy of the Hawkstrider Herald.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Little ones with
Kind of want
big
that on him.
appetites.
Perfect. Alright. Let's go with the Hawkstrider Herald.
That's
Rapid
quite
Reanimation
a
there.
building, friend.
I'll freeze the Catacomb Crasher for now. Actually, I don't. There we go. Shimmer Moth. We were able to freeze it in. So hopefully we don't take too much damage here. We might. Cool. That actually worked pretty pretty well across the board. I think we win the round. Yeah. Sweet. Worked out better than expected. Bird Buddy gets buffed up as well, which is nice. And then we just need to get Taunt on our Turquoise Skitterer.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
And there's the Taunt. Taunt on him. Shimmer Moth out. And
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
yeah.
That's
Armor
right, the
guarantees we don't lose.
Fred.
Something to that effect, maybe. And I'm just going to do that to buff our beetles up right away. 2240 on our beetles. We're going against demons. Minions in the tavern have 1414. Upgrades every 4 times your hero takes damage outside of combat. He has ramped that up wicked fast. It starts as a 1-1, so that means he's taken 48 damage, 52 damage. Some denomination of damage that's too high for me to calculate. 56. Math is hard, or something like that. And she's probably taken 52 to upgrade it all the way, but gain 5 armor after you play a demon, deal 1 damage to you. Actually, with the Shadowy Elixir, that's pretty easy.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Wow. Nice. 15 damage. He started to make it happen with 1 HP. Good on him.
The battle is really
1
raging out there.
HP. Alright. We're going against Thorum. Either way, we're gonna make sure that dies. Gonna buff our beetles up. Let's try and get Valiant Tiger's good. Spurly Scarab. Oh boy.
I'll give you a good fight.
Wouldn't mind getting the Gentle Stag. But we win this round either way, so it doesn't really matter. Luckily, we get to go against Thorum, the Dead Ghost.
Nice work out there. Keep up the
2
pressure.
tier 5 minions. And give our minions some stats. Let's go with the 2 tier 5s. Silithid. That's not bad. Hey, Titus Rivendare.
That'll do some damage. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Another Titus Rivendare. Alright, let's sell that off. Grab a second Titus.
Gold for the trouble.
Destroy that. Summon an exact copy. Something to that effect. Oh, it's got to be the rightmost minion for the Unholy Sanctum. So that's going to die with our rapid reanimation. It's going to summon itself back. It's going to summon the other one back. Hawkstrider Herald's going to go off on the Valiant Tiger twice. +2/+4. Yeah, it's going to buff this twice anyway. When both of them go off. And both their effects are going to go off 3 times. I'm trying to think whether 2 Valiant Tigers is going to be better on the Shimmer Moth or 1 Skitterer and 1 Tiger. Because the Skitterer will go off and give 2/4 or 3 times as well. That gives 2/2 every time. It gives 2/4 every time. Technically, the Skitterer is better. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is, but I think the Skitterer is actually better to have at least one of. Well, our beetles are up over 100 now. I'd say it's pretty solid. And he is out. Beetles are 105, 138. Rapid reanimation's coming in handy.
You're good at this.
Let's go with the Golden Touch. I mean, I can just really kind of YOLO that, or buy, let's go like this, 1, 2,
Might make all the difference.
3. This doesn't really matter. I'm gonna grab that one. Alright, one of these two would be an awesome target for Golden Touch. Let's see which one we get. We do get a Gold Brand Bronzebeard. It's not even really what I want. I'm gonna freeze it there for now. Actually, I'm gonna grab the Valiant Tiger. That's kind of funny. I really need a triple on the Valiant Tiger. I'll use Brand Bronzebeard next turn and see if we can't get a copy of Shimmer Moth. I was hoping that that would be the gold, but hey, you know, here's what it is. Valiant Tiger will summon another Valiant Tiger,
Keep up the momentum, friend.
which is better for our whole comp. Yikes, that is a huge loss. Nice. A lot of spells. The Charging Zarina is kind of useless on his field, though, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Hey, we made it to the top 3. That is good enough for me. Kind of curious what this Yogg-tastic was giving him, though. Up 44 points. We are almost to the 6K lock-in. Once we're at 6K, it's like straight fun in games. Can't drop below it. And it is, as far as I know, the last lock-in still. The lost lock-in. Oh, curator. ETC. These are kind of all terrible. Sire Denathrius. Perfect hero reroll. Denathrius is the rules anyway, so nothing else could have been picked once he shows up. Again, for anyone who is new, if Sire Denathrius is in the game, we play Sire Denathrius. There's no other options. He is the best. It's just more fun. Quests were the best.
What's your strategy this time, partner?
What do we got? Cast 10 spells. Start of your turn, get 2 accelerators. Transform a minion into one from a higher tier. Spend 45 gold, make your left and rightmost minions golden. Ew. Cast 10 spells. Absolutely. That being said, let's grab... one spell down.
Have a good battle, friend.
Okay. Why?
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Go with the banana. Grab that Sun Bacon Relaxer next turn. Next turn I'm going to do Sun Bacon Relaxer. Play it, sell it, grab the Ominous Seer, play it, grab them apples. And then we'll have three more spells to play. So we'll be at 6 out of 10.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
We can get tier 5 and 6 minions so fast once we have those 2 accelerators every turn.
Going out there. Hey, watch out. I'm beacon.
The future is now.
5 out of 10. If we can get one more bacon relaxer, we might be able to get those accelerations already. A win and a tie. We're going against Murlocs. Who knows? Is the Wind Fury Murloc in the game right now? The 1-5 or whatever? I don't think it is, and it's very satisfying that I don't have to see it all the time. I feel like it was one of the most obnoxious, like, tier 1 creatures to see. Unless I'm just mentally avoiding it every time I see it.
Your minions really pulled
There we go. Sun Bacon Relaxer.
Hey, watch out.
It's 2 more spells. We got a Tavern Coin. It's a free spell. So we gotta play 1 more spell after that. There it is. Got the spell. Let's do... I'm just gonna buff up our Tiger a little bit more again. Keep it going. And let's do that. Accelerators. And we're gonna go to tier 2. Next turn we get 2 accelerators. We'll grab a tier 2 minion and we'll get a tier 4 minion on turn 5. And then on the following turn, if whatever we get is terrible, actually we might just go with a tier 3. Depends on what we get. We could do Beasts or Quillbore. Probably the best options. See which one. See which one tickles our fancy to play today.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
What do I think the chances are that we get another tier 2 Murloc from that? Not super good. Let's grab Parched Wanderer. Hit that with an upgrade. Defiant Shipwright. Meh. Bonkers.
It's good to get some minions.
Get that for the gold value. Next turn, we can get a tier 6 minion with timeline acceleration. We'll see what the tier 5 is first. That value is insane. If we can get the Quillbore to start like buffing up Blood Gem strength or something like that. But timeline acceleration on turn 5. And our lesser trinket next turn. But we have a Quillbore, a Beast, a Demon, Naga, and Murloc on the field, so we have 4 different types going on. So we'll see what the trinket is. It's almost too diverse. We'll see what happens. Nice little buff to the field. That buff just won us the round, actually. By 1. 1 HP. Thank you, Bonker. Alright.
Your minions really pulled
2 more accelerations. Minions have +2/+1. Tavern spells. End of each turn, give your leftmost minion +3/+2. Improved by each battle cry triggered this turn. I don't like that. All of these options are pretty terrible. I almost feel like I'm just going to go with the Talisman because it doesn't cost any at the end of... Yeah, I'm going to go with the Talisman. Just buffs everything. What's our tier 5? Drakari Enchanter. What do we got? Beasts, Murlocs, Naga, Pirates, and Quillbore. What do we have for end of round effects? Nothing, really? I mean... Oh... We got something. Double end of round effects. Not much of much going on here. Beasts, Murlocs, Naga, Pirates, Quillbore. I think we just go to tier 6, see what we get. And probably tier 5 as well. Yeah, probably tier 5 as well. We have to ramp up our field strength overall. Ooh. 5/5 on his Beetles. Okay. First round loss. Still above 31. It's a good place to be. Going into turn 7.
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
What is our Hawkstrider Herald? That's not bad. Not good. just gonna push to get Sprightly Scarab. We can get tier 5 minion. Tier 5. We can get another tier 6 next turn. And a tier 5 if we just buy a 4. With the acceleration. So. Two. I don't think we necessarily win the round. We have 2 gold value, 3 gold value between these two as well. So we'll be able to work off of 13 gold next turn. Ramp up our field a little bit. Tier 4. The acceleration's a guaranteed tier 6, but not necessarily a good one. What's this do? Oh. We tie the round. Alright.
We all hit some bumps now and then.
Leftmost minion in our hand stats too. 15 damage is capped now. We can take 15 damage twice. I think we... Get that Murloc with that again. The Drust. It's not amazing. It's not the worst either, though. I might hit the Drust a couple more times to get a different tier 6 on the field. I don't know. We're going to have to play this one by... it's going to depend partially on what our greater trinket is. If we can reset the tavern with tier 6 minions, we could use the greater trinket to... I mean the accelerations to get 2 different tier 6s as well. Get a couple more options. But if we just get a bunch of Hawkstrider Heralds and, I don't know, Beasts, Quillbore. Oh yeah, huge loss there. Yeah, 14. What's the greater trinket gonna be?
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Oh. We have a real weak Beetles right now. Hawkstrider Harrow. This is not good. We have 3 death rattles to work with. 4 if we grab the party guest, which honestly I think is a decent idea to grab. Let's buff him up a little bit. 4 death rattles for the Unholy Sanctum. It's gonna give, you know, we can at least get 24/24 on the Hawkstrider Herald. If we get the Shimmermoth next turn, we stand a chance at turning this around. But we're gonna take a good bit of damage on this turn. The hope is Shimmermoth. If not, it's not looking too hot unless we win this round. But I think that's I mean, he's just got attack on his minions, but oh no, he does have, what are his 4 gems at? 8-3. I guess we'll see what he's got in store for us. Alright. 7 damage isn't too bad. It actually means if we get armor this turn, we can guarantee we live.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Just try both of those for a tier 6 and see what happens. Shimmermoth, maybe. Shimmermoth, maybe. Alright. No dice.
Now we are in business.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of faith in this round. We're gonna give it a shot. We might survive. 11. He's 6. He's got Quillbore. He gets a tier 5 of his choice and a tier 7. Thinking we're probably not gonna do too hot on this round, but we are in a pretty similar position for all 4 of us, so we may not lose alone. With our 4/6 beetles. Maybe this very large Hawkstrider Herald will save the game for us. But if we do survive the round, somehow, by some absolute miracle, this guy went with armor too, so going with armor when you're good generally means that you're not doing too hot. Nope, that's it. That's the exact attack that he needed. If he hadn't attacked that, we actually almost... Yeah, if he hadn't attacked that, we would have lived. Because we'd have hit the 2 taunts. Guaranteed first, and then got lucky. Lucky. I might have been able to come back from that. Hey, it is what it is. Can't win them all, guys. Cannot win them all. It's gonna go up and down all day today. But we did tie for 7th, right? So let's see if we can pull off another fancy combo like that Pirate Beetle comp. There's a lot of gold in that turn too, or in that game. Demons, Dragons, Elementals, Murlocs, and Naga. Toki. We're gonna go with Marin the Manager again. We had a wicked good Marin the Manager game. We're gonna stick with the Marin the Manager. Those extra trinkets did us very well. Demons, dragons, elementals, murlocs, and Naga. What about an elemental game? Push for some massive elementals. Kitty's Mew Mew. Tequila.
7 fresh opponents.
Ba 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 dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. Demons, dragons, elementals, murlocs, and Naga. Honestly, I am going to force murlocs this game. I'm gonna force murlocs. We have 3 shots at trinkets, and the small lesser trinkets can also be the venomous murloc. And it's tier 5. It's venomous, has death rattle. I would very much like the chance to counter everybody with murlocs. The venomous murloc comp. Demons, dragons, elementals, murlocs, and Naga.
Nice work out there.
I mean, the Naga can come back to life, but as a whole, shouldn't really be anything we have to worry about. Got Reborn and Divine Shield on our murlocs. Let's do it. Let's force the murlocs. If we can get venomous on there, be good. Kind of wish that these would come back with whatever they have on them. I mean, it'd be a little overpowered, I guess, early on. Nah, I guess that doesn't really make sense. Reborn comes back with Reborn. Hey, just let it happen. Just for us, though. Not for everybody else. TC is going to be doing dragon things. Honestly, I think murlocs have the highest potential here. With all the enemies are one-shottable.
You're good at this.
Demons don't even have Divine Shield. They're just big and squishy. Not squishy, but squishy to venomous. Dragons will likely all have Divine Shield, but if we just do one AoE, AoE Death Rattle. With the 4-star, we can clear out all the bubbles. Same with Elementals. And Naga are the only ones with Reborn that we could potentially have to worry about, but the Naga will all come back with 1 HP. The only one that's kind of a problem is the Death Rattle to buff them. If they do that, if anyone even goes Naga. He's got one, but I doubt he's gonna stick with the Naga. Ooh, look at you, tying us up.
The battle is really raging out there.
Alright. Fantastic treasure. Let's just go to tier 3. I think our field is perfectly fine, and we're going against Cenarius, so he's probably still just stacking gold right now. He's tier 3 as well. I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. That means he probably has almost nothing on the field, right? Unless this turn he puts a bunch of stuff out, but first 2 turns he goes up in gold. Then he goes up in gold and tier. And they should be able to go up in tier and gold again, right? To 3. Is my math right? So he just went to 3 this turn with us. But I don't know whereas he has anything on the field at the same time. He might put one thing on the field.
All the best minions come here. I've got that spicy pretzel mustard.
It's alright, we'll take out some tequila. Yeah, nothing on the field. See, we can do math. So, Cenarius, easy win. Let's see what our first trinket is. The heck? Crocheted Sungill. After your last minion dies each combat, summon the highest health minion from your hand. After your last minion dies each combat. Is that like on the following turn? How does that even... I don't want that. Let's go with the book. See if we can't get some strike oils. And you know what? We're gonna stack some gold too. And we'll go with a little bit of attack. Puts us ahead. 2 turns. Alright, hopefully we can get the Venomous Murloc on our second Lesser Trinket. The greed is real. You're not wrong. Damien, how you doing today? You commented on one of the videos, yeah? Sometimes you gotta be a little extra greedy. We haven't lost any rounds yet. Damage cap's 10, so... Look at that. We barely even take any damage. 6 damage for that kind of... for the 2 gold lead. I think it's completely worth it.
Oh, it's okay. We all hit some bumps now and then.
Alright, what do we have? After each refresh, After each refresh, give Murlocs in the tavern +2/+2 and a random bonus word. Is that like permanent? Wait, no, it's just a one-off, right? Perfect. Glad to hear it. What do we got for golding? I don't necessarily like any of these all that much. Thank you, appreciate it. It's kind of just, you know, chill. Not worried about winning or losing per se, but I can be very good at either. Yeah, we'll go with the tier 6. We got Naga. We're gonna go tier. I'm gonna grab a deadly spore.
A good tactical choice.
King Begurgle. Yeah, let's buff what we got for now. And hopefully take out a taunt if they have one. I don't know. Let's see how this works. Greater Trinket, 3 turns. We're gonna rush to tier 5 now. And hopefully we can start to stack that Venomous Murloc. I'm thinking Venomous Murloc on the field and in the hand. Just as many as we can get. If our Greater Trinket is the portable, that would be perfect. Take out one of the big ones. Poison Scam. Poison Scam because we have none of the types are respawns except kind of Naga if they go with that. But these are all very poison weak archetypes.
Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Who else is going Murlocs? Oh, Azeroth Model Globe. Alright, we're just gonna push for it and hopefully, ooh, Tortolin. Almost kind of want to get a little greedy here. I think we're gonna lose the round though, so we'll just stick with what we've got. And hopefully we get something to buff us up. I'm thinking we'll lose the round, Tortolin. Damage cap's still 10, so we're good for the next 2 rounds. If we lose this round, I'm thinking it's pretty likely, but... so much coffee. That should literally... I could probably change my stream name to So Much Coffee. It's all I freaking drink.
You're doing great out there.
Yikes, talk about a good set of attacks going towards everything they shouldn't. Alright, 10 damage cap. See if we can get some venomous.
Battle is really raging.
Telescope is perfect. Let's go with the tavern spell.
That's what I would have picked.
I don't even remember what he had really, but we're gonna grab something. There's the triple. All right. We get venomous and taunt. I don't really know how well Mark Bryan works. No shot. Ugh, gross. We had a tie, so it gave us. That was my bad. Sorry.
There is nothing left here.
Oh, base skill. Let's get rid of that. Throw base skill down. This time we'll actually get Murlocs. There's the operating Belcher. Let's give. Yeah, we'll give him some more stats and just buff up our operating Belcher a bit. Why not? He's gonna get summoned to the field with base skill anyway. May or may not work. Honestly, kind of worked out better than I expected. We're gonna have Venomous for that as long as this one dies, which it will. Venomous hits, we win the round. Yeah, poison scam. Let's make it happen. The demons aren't very strong against this, so.
Minions really pulled their weight.
Discover a death rattle minion. Oh. Let's go with the tavern spells. And go with the gold. Let's get all tier 5 cards. More battle cries, end of round effects. I mean, we could go with elementals. Not that it's very ideal, but let's go with yeah, no. We'll stick with the Murlocs. We're gonna make it happen. Operate Belcher. Let's get rid of one Hackerfin. Just kind of searching for more operating Belchers. And we get 3 tavern spells every turn. Buff this guy up a little bit. Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
You missed the first well, you might have missed the first epic match. I don't know if you were here, but the first match we had was pretty insane. I pulled off the Pirate Beetle comp that has been on my mind. We didn't have time to really ramp it up, but we did get our Beetles to like 300s from in like 2 turns, 3 turns, 3 turns. We got them to 300s from 2,
Your minions really pulled.
and we had about 60 gold per turn to work with. Well. Get a lot of cards every turn. Like a freaking lot. Oh man. I'm gonna get rid of Silivos now. Get the Murlocs. Kind of have to sneeze. Another Scourfin. Alright. Leroy's kind of a lot better for our field than
One of these recruits.
the Scourfin is.
You're down a minion and up a goal.
So
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
Wanna see the voodoo I do?
I mean, it's kind of a weird field. It's totally changed what I was doing, but it's just kind of for fun.
The battle is really raging out there.
Let's...
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
That just kind of evened itself out. Well, okay, more than evened itself out. Still not what we were going for. We got 40 seconds. Oh. I'm gonna refresh. There it is. Alright, well, we got a triple there. We can get another amplifying light spawn.
Oh, you're moving up in the world. Go big or go home, I always say.
Nightmare Party Guest. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just buffing stuff and things. Our minions are pretty big. All of a sudden, that's dead. I mean, yeah, we win that round. He's out. We have made it to the top 6. Or top 4, rather. I hope we made it to the top 6. We're the last 5. Yeah, that worked. We're in the top 4. Going against Murlocs.
Keep up the pressure.
Discover a minion of our most common type. Another amplifying light spawn. And some more armor. And I forgot I just keep getting tons of spells. The armor. I'm gonna throw. We'll get rid of that party guest. I think we're gonna go to tier 6. Throw that down. Our most common type could be either. So we're just gonna go for it. Murlocs is it? Murlocs it is. It's a lot of stats to our field, and we still get to kind of utilize the Murlocs too. Kind of hoping for another one of the light spawn there. Another Drakari Enchanter. So that'll attack, get rid of the Venomous. Hopefully that one gets hit after, gives Venomous back to it, and dies. I don't know, something like that. Our minions have over 100 power now. It doesn't look like he has Venomous going on his field. The round. Okay.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
T-service. 2020 on stats, I guess. Discover a battle cry minion. None of those are overly crazy. Elementals. Plus 10, plus 11 on a battle cry. That's kind of nutty. After you sell an elemental, gain plus 10, plus 11. Everyone else is going for strength, right?
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I almost kind of want to like stick with what we've got going on here. So if we change what we're doing too much, it probably won't end too well. Elemental of Surprise. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Spit those stats on something else. Murloc down. Let's get... Grab the Elemental of Surprise, triple those. Tier 6. Perfect. Let's just buff our elementals up a little bit more. Some to that effect? I don't know. That's gonna get stats. It's gonna give our Leroy stats actually. Like a lot. 62 on Leroy. A 303, 334 with Divine Shield. He is out. We just switched from Murlocs to, well, we're like half Murloc, half Elemental. And we might throw Leroy on the field. I don't know. 2 tier 5s. Let's go with that. Refresh with the minion type we want. And Golden Touch. Let's get 2 tier 5s. See if we can't get the triple on the Drakari Enchanter, which we managed to get. That's so dumb. Let's get rid of that. Nightmare Party Guest. Let's get all elementals in the tavern. We'll make one gold. The end of turn to give elementals in the tavern stats is the one that we landed. Can't believe we got a Titus and a Drakari with that. That's a little bit busted, and by a little I mean a lot.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Why not? We'll grab it. So, buffing everything by 15. Oh, I should have put him second. Whatever. Triple end of round effects. Look how big those elementals are already. Venomous. Break the bubble. It's dead. He's got one large minion left. We lost our big minion. We tried. We're not dead yet, though. So we know that it's big minion versus big minion, right? So now we have some venomous left. So we could pretty easily pivot to a full venomous build again, right?
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you strong.
Let's do discover a minion of our most common type. Alright, so we're gonna discover a minion of our most common type. Go with the buff our minions. Grab him for the triple there. It's a massive minion. Tier 6. Don't need anything crazy. Let's go Murlocs. See what we get. Not great. Send a minion to 1 HP. Another tavern spell. I think that's what we got. I could have put Leroy down, maybe, no, I don't know. The minions are going to be pretty big here. I guess it's just going to be luck based, right? He did the same thing. That actually worked out pretty well. Oh man. Good on him. We got that was good. Not upset about that match at all. We came in second place, so second place, half Murloc, half Elemental. Halfway through the match, we just totally switched. We got the end of round buff Elementals, and there was a Jakari in the tavern, and we just took the leap. People get really upset when they don't get, like, first place. Honestly, if I get 8th and I enjoy the game, it's still fun. I don't care. But, I mean, we're at the point right now where I kind of want to just hit the 6K lock-in. But, you know, I'm not going to melt my brain trying Beasts, Mechs, Undeads. We got that comp we could do, or Beast Pirates, or maybe no Beasts, but they're fun to do. Let's do Phelan and see what we get for options. If we get the Shimmer Moth as a tier 6 choice, we'll know what we should rush for. Honestly, if you're guaranteed a Shimmer Moth, it kind of makes choosing everything pretty simple. About 1,000 ways to buff the Moth, but getting the Moth is the problem. Getting the Moth in a reasonable amount of time is the problem. make my choices here and then
This one's off the grid, right?
automaton. Assembler. Herald. Those are good. I'll be right back. Hang on. Hang on, we'll hit tier 2. I gotta play the automaton down. I really have to be though. Downside to drinking so much coffee is you really have to go to the bathroom all the time. Whew.
I make my own rules.
Oh man, we lost our first round.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Alright, automaton. Be right back.
I would battle. The battle is really raging out there.
Alright, looks like we lost the round. Hey, Damien, it was nice having you in. Love having some people hop in and chat. It is far more enjoyable for me as well. I'm glad you could stop by.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
And I look forward to seeing you in the future. And have a great day. Hopefully your week is gonna go well. I'll be here pretty much every day of the week.
Never heard of them.
Alright, tier 3 for him. Get that auto assembler. We're gonna rush tier 4 for that. Honestly, we're gonna rush tier 6 too for the Hawk Strider. It's just extra summons of the mech. So every auto assembler we can slap on is just extra. Honestly, I might just do a mech undead build and just totally ignore beasts completely. If we can slap 10 auto assemblers on and we can get some Hawkstrider Heralds to just trigger those right away with the Titus and some undead and the Catacomb Crasher. You don't even really need the Beetle. The Beetle's great and all, but last time we did this, we put 2 Beetles on the field, but it was almost kind of, I don't know. We got the Beetles up in like 2 turns to 200. So don't get me wrong. It's still strong. But I don't know. Our whole field was like 700. So it didn't even matter. If instead of the Beetle we put some more like Death Rattle summon style minions on the field, it would have been even bigger. Works for me. 4 damage. We're still above 31.
The battle is really raging out there.
How does this look? yeah, if you guys are swinging by just to watch, chill, by all means, send me a message in chat. Love to have you guys in the chat, and I don't mind doing some random things that you guys suggest. I am not a crazy rank pusher. I know that that drives some people absolutely batty to, I don't know, just think that people want to mess around, have fun with the game. I do like to get the 6K lock-in because that is, you know, it's nice to be able to mess around and still do pretty well. But it's not the end of the world if I don't maintain it. I mean, you're locked into 6K, so I don't need to push super high. I mean, I tanked 2,500 rating just to try and get a specific anomaly in the last season, so not super worried about it. Ooh. Let's see. Greater Trinket early. Unholy Sanctum. We don't have any death rattles to really work with right now, right? I mean, we do. We have the automaton, I guess. Sure. Let's go Unholy Sanctum. And we're going to do a refresh. See what we get. Another automaton. Perfect. We'll get taunt on that one. And that works. Get that Hawkstrider Herald out in 2 turns. Guarantee some extra summons, and yeah. If we could get a couple more sets of the auto assembler, we'll be tier 5. Next turn, again, we're good for 2 turns to survive no matter what. So if we can get a Titus Rivendare on the field with a Hawkstrider Herald, we'll have quite a few automaton summons. Discover a tier 3 minion. I don't think I would do that for beasts, but maybe. I guess it depends on what it is, right? We're gonna find out if it's it would actually be super good with the Scarab to just keep giving things reborn every time. If he has a full field of reborn and some Scarabs, we know what happened. Honestly, I don't know what he had. Wasn't good enough to beat us. So, happy about that. The automaton pulling ahead.
Nice workout.
Another auto assembler. So kind of puts us in a position to want to get something else on the board, right? Whenever you get a minion, you already, you know, let's go with Overconfident. Another auto assembler in the tavern. I'm gonna freeze that in. Next turn, we can go to tier 5 and grab the auto assembler. We'll put that on the first automaton. And we're gonna want to get that Hawkstrider Herald out ASAP. As soon as maybe we put it on the other one. Yeah, we'll go tier 5, get the auto assembler out, and then the following turn we'll go tier 6, get the Hawkstrider out, and that's 3 summons automatically plus the death rattles. If we put that auto assembler on this automaton, then I believe these summon ahead of the summons, so I don't want 2 on that one.
How do I attract all these minions?
Be a waste.
Funnel cake.
Perfect. Right amount of automatons getting summoned.
minions really
Assembler, tier 5.
great. Let's get some better minions in here.
Oh, yeah, we won the round as well. Also true. Ooh, another assembler in the tavern. Alright, I guess we're going to freeze for that. We're actually in a pretty good position. It kind of depends on what we get for the next turn. It's a lot of automaton summons. If we keep getting auto assemblers though, we get that Hawkstrider Herald on the field with a Catacomb Crasher, that will buff up our field like crazy. Right now we have the Unholy Sanctum that will buff up the Herald as well every time a Death Rattle is triggered. So whatever the trinkets are, I'm probably going to go with one that is very low cost, even if it's not super beneficial to us. Getting the field adjusted is kind of more important, right? And that's 3 guaranteed increased summons on the automatons on the next turn. We kind of had our Expedition Plans has picked our comp for us. We had Automaton, Auto Assembler, and Hawkstrider Herald, and we're going to use those 3. We are going to make it work. This guy's just getting some 1/1 spells. Okay. Thrilling. All right. We definitely took 15 there. Don't really know what he's got going on there, but we're going against a dead guy in the last round. Start of combat, summon a copy of your leftmost minion. Let's go with the increased gold. That's going to give us tier 6 for the Hawkstrider Herald, Auto Assembler.
Tactical choice.
We can do a couple refreshes here as well. Let's do 3 on that one. Prosthetic hand. I guess Hawkstrider Herald would be a better choice to go first, right? That way it dies right away. Gives a little more space for mechs. Let's see. This guy... beat him in the last round and then quit? I don't know why. I wonder how upset he was with his field, I guess.
You can still make a comeback.
I make my own.
The only downside, Unholy Sanctum's kind of useless now. Alright, top 6.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Prosthetic hand. Let's just do refreshes. We need... Do need the tier 5s for Catacomb Crusher. And another auto assembler.
Stick around for next time.
So if we can get... Honestly, all I need, as long as we survive the round, which we're going against beasts, 2/9/9 beetles. Those are tiny beetles. We'll throw another auto assembler on. If we can get a Titus Rivendare, I think we'll be fine. Even better if we can triple the automaton. Get another couple well, if we get a triple on the automaton, that is at least, what do we have? 3 auto assemblers and 1 auto assembler. So that's 4 minions right there. That's 5 in the tavern. And his beetles are 17/17. Yeah, 32/32. And we get all of our summons now. And AFK is out. Barely, but she's out. We are in the top 3. Automaton, Hawkstrider, Herald build. We have made it work. Get another copy of the Herald. Or Titus. Titus Rivendare would work amazingly. And Shimmermoth would also work. I mean, it's not really what we were going for, but
Quite the army you've built.
2 Shimmermoths. I mean, who am I to question a good thing, right? We do have the Catacomb Crusher buffing everything up. Shimmermoth, it's going to trigger with the Death Rattles. It's going to summon a whole lot of creatures. Maybe we put the Automaton first? I don't know. I don't know, whereas I want to lose out on the Automaton summons too much, so. We did take 15 from him last time we versed him. I don't know. Let's see what our Shimmermoth gives us. 2/2 beetles right now. Hopefully that takes out the shield and 1 venomous. Okay. So mech. I think we win this round. He was on a really good win streak, and we have come back from that. Our beetles are only 14-14.
I was engineered for success.
But the more beetles, the better, right?
Better hire a recruit while you can.
That could work.
That's what I would have picked. Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
That summons 4. So that's going to be both Death Rattles triggered. It's going to be 4 oversummon, 5 oversummons. It's going to do Catacomb Crasher on both of our Shimmer Moss. Monstrous Macaw will theoretically die on attack. Again, trigger the 4 oversummons. Should work. Should work to buff up these Shimmer Moss quite a bit. Right now, they are 14-14 beetles. Alright, see what happens. No guarantee that this is gonna be well. This is gonna go well, but we're gonna try it out. Kind of swapping halfway through, but honestly, Titus Rivendare would make this work incredibly. 26-26 on the beetles. And they're already about half as strong. Yep, there we go. Those beetles are 48-48s already. They're almost as strong as our automatons are. Who's gonna win between the two? Drakari Enchanter is a... So it doesn't say that the Drakari Enchanter, by the way, is magnetic. Just for anybody who was curious, because I was. Both mechs and elementals. Another Catacomb Crasher and another Hawkstrider. Can we get a triple on the
Go
Hawkstrider?
ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Cadaver Caretaker.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Or Titus. Titus would also be quite strong. Alright, let's do away with the Macaw and the Automaton. We're going to play that one down. Alright, double Catacomb, Ancestral, the Shimmer Moth will go off as well. It's going to be 4 Oversummon. It's going to go off twice. Same with Shimmer Moth. It's going to go off twice. Yep, thoughts and stuff. And then that's going to be double on the Catacomb Crasher, so it's not going to be crazy, but it should be pretty good. Probably kind of want to get taunts on him too, but... yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm not relying on that to die right away. And his minions are probably like 500s. And you know what? They're really not as strong as I thought they might be. Our beetles are all at almost 100 now, though. Oh, just kidding. That one is 700. Honestly, didn't even see that that was 700. Why is that one 700 of all things? That actually means we survive. He's tier 6, but that's only a tier 3 minion, so we're alive with 1 HP. There's still time. Can we get the dead guy? No, of course not.
It's okay. Bumps now and then.
We can get taunt for our automaton though.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
We need a triple on the Hawk Strider, not on the Catacomb. Ooh, another auto assembler. I mean, it's good. The auto assembler is a solid minion. Dragons. Yeah, he's still got the same. And we beat him 2 rounds ago, so let's see what happens here. I would have loved to have got the triple on the automaton so we could have had the, well, 1 Wind Fury on him. Wind Fury, extra summon, tier 6 minion. There was a lot of bonuses to getting the triple on the automaton, and we just weren't finding it in time. But 94-94 on the Beetles are not bad. I said the automaton itself, I mean, this one's obviously buffed up at 136, but they're at like, I don't know. Imagine if the over summons worked for the automaton though. If everyone was considered like a bonus summon of the automaton to power it up. 200s on all of his minions. I don't know if we can counter that. 2 Falconders are nice though. That's gonna be some over summons for us. Alright. We don't even stand a chance. But we did pretty freaking good. The 2 amalgams. Nice touch. Honestly, that's just 4 venomous right there. It's just amazing value no matter what. Faceless Manipulator on that was a super good play. 10 out of 10. Would lose again to that. That was pretty solid. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Up 45. We are, hopefully, 1 match away from our 6K lock-in. Then, we get to just mess around. Have fun with some comps for a while. We got 5 months ahead of us for pushing rank. 4 or 5 months, something like that. And then half of that's going to be like anomalies, right? So we got a little while, mess around, spice it up, have some fun. I know that the game will get real stale if you don't have fun with it, right? If you have 1 gold left over, refresh the tavern. The reason why we still have the gold is because we already froze it for something we wanted. Beasts, demons, elementals, murlocs, and pirates. Yeah, let's do a buttons game unless we get Denathrius. Ooh, Marin the Manager. Alright guys, Marin the Manager or buttons. Which would you rather see right now? Got a handful of seconds to respond. Otherwise, we're going to go with buttons because he's new. Alright, silence is apparently compliance in this regard. Ooh, Cenarius and buttons are both in the game. What's his name? Gwark.
7 fresh opponents.
Whatever that means.
You ready?
Let's go with the Laureate.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Beast Pirates, let's do it. Let's do Beast Pirates, but twice as good as last time. Let's get, I don't know. Let's get them all in full effect 10 times faster. What am I doing for dinner tonight? What do we want to cook? Wow. All right. Dune Dweller with the fortification. He stole it and took 2 damage just to deal 2 damage. My guy. That is that's a choice. Honestly, I might keep buttons at a low tier for a little while and just buff up the field so that we definitely want to make it to actually unlocking these trinkets. Be quite miserable if we threw the match before we even got our actual passive. Like the last one of the shorts we put out, guy lost by like turn 7. Chose to duplicate his greater trinket, and you don't even get it until turn 9. Yeah, tie. Perfect. 2 ties for patchwork already. Alright, free dealing gambler. Let's get that cry foul, buff up the field. Cheaper tavern spell going forward. I'm all about it. I feel like free dealing gambler always has so much value if you can just keep it on your field for a little while. Just transfer that gold to later turns. We can go tier 3 on our next turn, especially if we win this round. We did not. 4 damage. Still not too bad. Damage cap is 10 now.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
You know what? Tier 3. Cry foul for another minion. Just keep this elemental out. It's not too bad. Forest Rover. Kind of thinking I could do Gambler for Forest Rover. It gives us twice as much minion value on the field, but I don't think Cenarius' field's going to be all that beefy yet, right? He took 5 damage. He took damage cap last turn. Tied against Malagos, which is kind of weird. He probably has 1, maybe 2 minions. He's already tier 3 as well, so he's got to be using his passive. He either is using his passive or he doesn't have anything on the field. Using his passive. 1 thing on the field, just enough to tie last or 2 rounds ago. 9 damage. Ouch.
You're good at this.
Alright. What are we doing here though? Get the Gold Grubber on the field. We do have the Laureate. 7. Get the lesser trinket next turn as well. Alright, tier 4. I'm gonna do those 2. I'm gonna grab the Chef's Choice, and I'm gonna do it on the Laureate.
Cascade away.
It's not terrible. Let's go with the Gold Grubber. He will grow at least. 2/2 from the Laureate. Surfing Sylvar will put 2 attack on both of them. It's like kind of a field. Not amazing, but definitely better than just leaving the free dealing gambler on the field. We get our lesser trinket this turn, so hopefully it's something to do with the pirates. Okay then. Good. Alright. I'm good with that. 5 damage. Still above the 31 mark. If you're gonna lose, lose well.
Any defeat that doesn't destroy you makes you stronger.
At the end of your turn, give your leftmost minion a 3/3. Repeat for each golden minion. I mean, I think I'd rather the token. Gives us Firework Fanatic, and the Laureate buffs up our field. And then we can hit one of these with a tier 5. Next turn we can make it a tier 6. If we get the Drust early, we could also go with Surfing Sylvar and Shimmermoth, maybe. I don't know, everyone else, we are tier 4. We got tier 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, and 4. Most of us are tier 4. I think a token of the old god put us at quite an advantage, though. Trip voucher, wallet, Stein, pendant. She's gonna push hard in 2 turns. We got the token, Felemental, and the worst. I don't know why you'd ever want Yogg Saron. It's just too unpredictable.
You can still make a comeback.
Cool. Elementals. Alright, 5 damage. It's kind of like, I feel like it's the worst way to buff your tavern, but it does get early, but overall, it's kind of lackluster, I feel like. Gentle Genie. So just some gold value. Surfing Sylvar and another Laureate. Alright. Let's do probably both, right? Should have done that the other way around. Had the Laureate on the field already. Well, let's go as we suck. Alright. Firework Fanatic, number 2 in the tavern.
Stick around for next time.
Just gonna keep the Genie on the field for the gold value and the taunt right now. And Gold Grubber's gonna get a pretty fantastic buff. What did I see? There was somebody that had like 3 gold copies of Gold Grubber with 3 copies of Surfing Sylvar and like a double end of round effects or something. It was just their field was massive. Or triple end of round effects, so they had a full gold field.
Out of this yet.
And it was just pretty much all Gold Grubbers. That's a choice field. Sweet. Battlegrounds. Or actually, recrushes rather. Okay, Gold Grubber. Gold Grubber grows real quick when there's a bunch of golds on the field. Let's see what we can do about upping the tavern tier.
You're good at this.
You only need 2 copies of a pirate to make it golden.
Cascade away.
Tier 5. Not great. Alright. Imagine if it was like one with Pip. Hey, Doubloon Grifter. Let's slap this Landlubber. I was kind of just going for a chance to get another Doubloon Grifter there. What do we got? Elemental. Jeez, tier 6 with elementals. Talk about rushing. Let's see what our second greater trinket is. That eye patch is going to be fantastic for us, though.
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
Not bad. 9 damage. Cap is 15, so pretty far under cap there for us. Let's see what our greater trinket is.
Your minions
Second greater trinket. Whenever you spend gold, give a friendly pirate 3/4. We're gonna do that one. See if we can't get a copy of Firework Fanatic. Alright. Let's grab that. I'm gonna get rid of the Laureate. I'm gonna play that one on the field. Grab that double buff. And then get that gold on the field.
Arise, my champions.
looks like you can get a
Gold grubber for the triple, if you will.
You're moving up in the world.
Another Firework Fanatic. We won our last round. Let's do...
Up a goal.
To the bottom of the sea.
and we're gonna get another copy of Not Laureate. Gold grubber. Alright, perfect.
I didn't like that one either.
Slap that on the field.
For the trouble.
So we just need another copy of the Doubloon Grifter and another copy of Gold Grubber. And we can really start pushing this field up in power. Another copy of the Doubloon Grifter to start ramping up our gold. And honestly, I think we're going to do the Gold Grubber end of round build. We're going to tier 5. Hopefully we can get another one of the two of them pretty quickly. But if we can get double end of round effects for Gold Grubber, and get rid of one of the laureates soon.
I think you can win this thing.
Oh yeah. And he is out. That one big minion, not necessarily a good idea.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
We're looking for a tier 4, so I'm gonna do that. Not what we want. We'll grab the gambler.
Hiring that minion will
Hey, there's the grifter.
Better laundered than squandered.
Tier 5. Yeah, get rid of the laureate. Use Hackerfin. There you go. Tier 5.
The odds are in my
Get a refresh. And the Gold Grubber triple.
up a goal.
Look at that.
That's a great
Perfect.
play. I can't wait to see this thing.
Tier 6. We'll just throw the Spacefarer out.
Just 12 fathoms away now.
And I'm going to do something to that effect. Whenever another friendly pirate gains health, gains attack, gain 3 health. So, We have 6 pirates on the field. Let's math this out real quick. At the end of the turn, gain 4/4 for each. So this is going to gain 2. And then this is going to be attack increase on adjacent minions. Those are both pirates. And it's going to repeat for each golden minion, which is 6. So this should go off 7 times on each one. They buff each other, buff themselves by, I think, once each, technically. So, 2. And then 14. So, 16 times 3. We should be gaining 40 some odd health. So we should be at like 54 health, I think. Something to that effect. So when that doesn't happen right now, something's not working properly. Yeah, 12. That's stupid. That obviously did not work properly. Those are both pirates. Whenever another friendly pirate gains attack. That was a lot of times. So obviously Spacefarer does not work with that. I noticed it a couple games ago, and it's kind of obnoxious. Spacefarer does not work properly. Because that says repeat for each golden minion. So obviously it literally like shows you repeating it. Not right. Not right at all. Being said, let's find... Let's find more end of round effects, right? Another doubloon grifter. Yeah, we could. We can just do that. Drakari Enchanter. Look at that. We made one. Who needs to find one when you can make one?
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Can we do it again? Be impressive. No, not even kinda.
Wanna see the voodoo I do?
How many pirates? 3 pirates away. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. Another gold grubber. I mean, it buffs our whole field quite a bit. Bloom Grifter. I think Firework Fanatic is probably the next one to go. Granted, it's pretty nice. 2 pirates away from upping our gold by 2.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
231, 160. And Malagos is out. We are in the top 4. We have made the Gold Grubber combo
Their weight.
kind of functional. Let's do that. See if we can get another. No. It's worth a shot. Kind of want to get the extra gold, but
Go ahead and hire one of these
at the
recruits.
same time, just kind of want more copies of what we have on the field. Nice thing is every time we just sit here and refresh,
Go ahead
we're
and hire one of
just
these recruits.
kind of helping ourselves. We can do the free dealing gambler next turn. Get rid of the laureate. Or maybe firework fanatic. The laureate's actually pretty nice to have on the field. Elementals, Faceless Manipulator. She's been tier 6 for a while. She did lose to Cenarius' Elementals, though.
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
Big old gold rubbers. What do we got? I do think we lose this round. I think we'll be good for the game overall. Yeah. It's gonna be close. 24 out of 29. If he loses, all right, maybe we get to go against him. No, no such luck. We're going against the stronger of the two. Let's see if we can't get the tier 5 of choice. We don't. That'll work. Honestly, we would have needed Drakari triple by now to really make this work. Yeah, it's a little bit of cycling, another gold. It's 9 gold, or 10 gold rather. Yeah. What do we got? I'm just gonna snag that. We're gonna throw it over here on him. And see if we can't get something else decent. Our 3-2 is gonna have some attack. At least break some bubbles, maybe.
You're doing great out there.
Yeah, we stood a chance. Kind of never. He had the Drakari, he had double gold Frost Warder. 24, 25 twice. Basically, he was getting 100 just from those every turn, and it was just going up and up. Sorry, third place, pretty freaking solid. 59-72, one more match. Probably gonna do one more today, so we're either hitting 6,000 or it'll happen tomorrow. Got one more in us tonight. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Ugh, I got eyelash in my eyeball. That's pretty fantastic. Alright. Elementals, Murlocs, Pirates, Quillbore, Undead. We have not done a Quillbore game tonight. So I think that might be my target. Lame. Let's do Malagos. Maybe we do at least Starseeker. We'll save Lead Explorer until... nah, I kind of hate that passive, I really do. You can only use it 3 times and then it's just a waste.
Hey, my favorite commander is back.
Alright, sweet. Extra gold.
That one might make
And then we'll change it into something good. A non-gold version. That's not bad. At least it's a 3-3 instead of a 3-1. Soraka. Soraka the Dawn. Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's actually like Soraka, but that's fine.
Don't tell the others.
We just roll with it. Yeah, tie. Either way, we were gonna tie that. Whether we had, well, yeah, no matter which one we ended up with, we would have tied that. Busker. Again, we got the Enchanted Lasso for some extra gold value. Hopefully, no shot. Change that.
Watch out. I'm beacon here.
Yeah, we'll just give it that for now. It's actually kind of nice to be able to play the pirate, gain the extra gold for the next turn, and then just get something else. We need to push tier 3, so we're going tier 2 and then tier 3 on the following turn. But we can also go tier 2 and buy something again because we have that extra gold. I feel like we have so much value over these people right now. Yeah, let's go 2 and we'll grab that for the Quillbore comp. Laureate to whatever to Laureate. Would be kind of funny to like triple Laureate by just changing things into it on the field. Like actually get a gold copy of Laureate before you play it on the field.
You're doing great out there.
Battle Cry of the Gold. Make this platinum. Well, alright then. Still tier 1. Take 3.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Alright, next turn. We are going to start hunting for the Bristler. That is one of the must-haves for the Quillbore comp, pretty much. You don't need it. I did actually do a pretty bang-up job of... That was 3 little Quillbore. We didn't have 3 little Quillbore. We did have the Bristler. But it was kind of all thanks to... What the heck is that thing called? The tier 6. Avenge 2. That did a crazy job buffing our field.
Sorry about the peanut shells on
I feel like all I'm going to see is pirates this game. Like, I'm going to want Quillbore. All I'm going to see is pirates. What is up with this guy's field? Massive. You have 2 golds already? Alright, 31. Let's not drop any lower than that.
really raging out there.
And no tier 3 right off the bat. Seriously? We are tier 3, and we are not getting any tier 3. You're joking, right? My goodness. Alright, well, our luck is... almost non-existent. So we got 1 buff to Blood Gem so far. I haven't seen much for Quillbore. Lots of pirates. Lots of pirates, couple undeads. We've seen the Laureate like 7 times already. And our copy's not even gold. We're trying. We're trying our damnedest. I do not want to lose this round. I'd like to at least come in the top 3 so that we can get over that 6k lock-in.
Have a good battle, friend.
Murlocs. We actually might take this out. Yeah. Yeah, we tie it. Good enough. Hey, there it is. is after you cast 5 spells, play a blood gem on all your minions. Gain 2 gold. Tavern no longer offers cards from tier 1 or 2. I want the tier 2 Quillbore. I think. Do I want the tier 2 Quillbore? The Death Rattle's nice. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with the Bloodbound Earrings. I'm gonna go with the Skulking Bristlemane as well, and then I'm gonna sell off both these relaxers. Grab the Strike Coil. Gold value going forward. And yeah, I think that works. Perfect. Gross. Alright, that was a little floppy. That's nice, we got the effect once already. I think our field is buffed up enough. This guy's tier 4 already, so kind of tells me he's going to lose this round. He won against Cenarius, he won against the guy that we tied against, and then he won against the guy that's like in last. So. Perfect. We won by a long shot.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
We need more Quillbore. Get the planar telescope. We go... Yeah, let's go up a tier. Grab the telescope. Get a higher tier. Maybe. Let's go with the Thorn Collar. We do need to play spells for the Bloodbound. Another Strike Coil wouldn't be bad. We could do the Anomaly, change that twice. So many decisions. Let's change the 3, see if we can get another copy of the Bristler. That's probably the best thing we could do. No dice, is what it is. Alright, so... yeah, we'll just leave it. I don't necessarily want to just try and spam Strike Coils. We'll get spells as we go. If we could get kind of a spell generator, a couple Thorn Collars maybe, or... what we got? There's really nothing that gives us like end of round spells. There's no dragons, there's no mechs. So tavern spells are kind of less applicable here. Alright, he's going for Reborn Central. Hit our shield. Yeah, there we go. So we need small wins or still wins. Still above that 31 mark. So we're good for the next 3 turns now, even if we take max damage. I don't necessarily think we're going to. But we do need to beat tier 5. And let's change these around. Ooh. We got a Glow Gullet and a Bristleback Knight. It's pretty good. Double Death Rattles. We are absolutely going to take that. Molten Rock, Laureate. We're going to grab... yeah, we'll grab Titus first. And hopefully we can get something that starts giving our blood gems some health. They'll gain attack pretty quickly. 4-1 on our blood gems. Bristlemane will at least buff them a little bit. Thorncaller will give us 2 spells, and then we'll get blood gems on everything. I think we have a pretty good combo going right now. If I can get Glow Gullet on the field with Taunt, that'll work really well with Titus. It kind of depends on what our Greater Trinket is. Glow Gullet paired with Bristlebach, that's what it is. The tier 6 Avenge 2 is fantastic. We can get rid of Skulking Bristlemane at that point and just have the 2 of them on the field. We'll just, again, we'll need Taunt on the Glow Gullet. Alright, what's he got? Perfect. Alright. Bristler dies next. That'll be... That's all we needed. I don't think we're going to win the round, but we, actually, we do win the round. Tie it. We tie the round. Alright, what do we got? Each combat, after 2 friendly minions attack, play a blood gem on all your Quillbore. I think that's the one to go with. It's not amazing, but we're going to grab both of them. I said we need a Taunt. Let's do a refresh. Alright, that's a buff to our health on our blood gems. We need 3 little Quillbore and more copies of Titus, right? So that's kinda crap. Right. Fearless Foodie, 1/1. We do have the Taunt there as well. 2 left to buff everything. So much attack. 38-13 on our blood gems right now. It's going to go up by 2. And I don't think we're going to get first attack. But we'll have at least 3 extra Quillbore that summon. Jar of Gems will go off. Yeah, let's do it that way. Glow Gullet will die. Spread the love. Actually, no. Nah, I'm kind of have a fear of the AoE elemental taking out the Bristler right away.
I think you can win this thing.
Kind of going off what they have here. I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. Leroy. Still Leroy. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. He's out. Millhouse is dead. That was quick. Yeah, I guess turn 9. Not that quick. Still pretty quick. I don't know, whereas I would have picked like Charming Pipes, unless you're going with like a Naga build. He'd have to refresh for spells, and refreshing is the worst. Hey, another Bristler. And another Thorncaller. We're gonna grab the spell. It's just good. I feel like Thorncaller is actually not too bad for that's 2 guaranteed attacks. Thorncaller gives us 2 spells. Do that. Let's do that, and 2 Thorncallers. Four spells. This is temporary with the Jar of Gems, so Thorncaller might technically be better. If we put him first, it's going to give us up to 4. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's up to 4 extra spells, which is permanent buffs from the... Oops. I'm just going to play this just to get the spell buff on everything. That's sad. That's kind of sad. I hopefully that just takes out. Works. Does make a strong minion though. Tie. I do not like getting a tie against him. We do have the extra. Really need something. Let's go 6. No sense in just hanging out at 5 for no reason.
Go big or go home, I always say.
And 4 left, so let's do... Yeah, we're just gonna buff up our... Oh, we're there. This is gonna be a super glass cannon cool boar build, but we are in the top 5. Yeah, we still... It'll take two rounds for us to lose, even from... Or 3 rounds, even for... Blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's start over. It will take 3 rounds for us to lose from here, unless we're in the top 4 already. Words are hard. Talking's hard. But the corrupted bristlers are... should be pretty good. 4 spells every turn. Jar of Gems isn't really my favorite, but we need a Crone and 3 little Quillbore, and we can totally take this match. But no one else is going Quillbore. The one guy that's going Quillbore, kinda, is dead. And honestly, no matter how big elementals get, they're kind of no match for the Quillbore comp, I don't think. That was pretty smart, though. A lot of elementals to the hand. Some crazy value using those 2 together.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Alright, so we need tier 5, so let's just
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
find a 5. Hit it with that twice. Hopefully we don't just get Murlocs. Another Titus. And a 3 little Quillbore. And a taunt. Another Prickly Piper. There's that. Get rid of it. Actually gonna do that. We're gonna get rid of a Thorn Collar. I'm just gonna... Do I get rid of both? Hey, there's the Bristlebuck. We just have a ton of attack right now. But I think that that is... That's alright at the moment.
See if you can stay on top.
Wow. We definitely need the crone. Let me get 3. Those are enormous. He got that combo fast. Portable Factory must have been on the Localar? Whatever that thing is. Again, damage cap is 15, so we're alright. Ish. Give us a crone. No end around effects. I'm gonna get rid of that and grab the glow gullet. Still gonna be better, I think. High T service could give us another Titus, could give us the crone, could give us absolutely nothing. Alright, well, we're good for at least this round, right? Straight attack. Our blood gems are 16-2. Again, it's not necessarily ideal, but let's see what happens. 3 low Quillbore. 1 more copy and we would be doing pretty well. 169.33 from the blood gems on them. Gold 3 low Quillbore would work too. I don't know. A lot of things. We just kind of need either another 3 low Quillbore, 2, a crone, another Titus would be awesome for freeing up the space. I do think we're fine against this guy though. A little less fine with that. But lame. Tied the round, I guess. Top 4. That's a win. We did beat him last time we versed him. If we don't beat him again, then we are likely out of the match. Come on, give us something we need.
Hire one of these recruits.
Could do Bristlebach. Just get him on the field and let him. Nah. It's not a ton because we don't have any health on our blood gems right now. Could be a bad idea. Could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna just full send it because that's the kind of person I am. Alright. Let's see. None of that is good. Let's get a different Quillbore. Or blood gems.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
I would have probably sold those 2 and grabbed the Chef's Choice for another chance at it. Kind of a little late to do it, so. It is what it is. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. He is enormous now. Wow. Yeah, that's a thing. That is a lot. At least we don't make him that much stronger, right? A lot of 400s. It's enough to kill that. Straight divine shields on all of our stuff. It's enough. He got us. All of his minions were like tier 6 or 7. But we tied for third. That might actually be enough to get the lock in. 6,002. We managed the lock in. That's amazing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the matches. That is going to be the last one for tonight. Be back like 5:30 Eastern Standard tomorrow. For anyone who is new to the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications. We go live pretty much every day of the week. I'll try and let you guys know a day before if there's any changes. With that, again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And look forward to some shorts, some clips, etc. going up soon. And I will see everybody in the next one. Peace.